up?
We made it.
We're
Back
back.
finally.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah. At least 2 weeks, I think.
Seems like
Dead ringers.
Dead Ringers, which was like July 22nd, I think. So
Yeah. So yeah, August 10th now.
we've just been getting delayed and
Yeah.
pushed back. Our
I'm not the
schedules are just
master of
not.
my own life. Everything just
Yeah.
keeps happening.
Nope.
Getting busy.
What, what did Jordan Peterson say? Get your life in order or something?
I do need to get my life in order.
Yeah,
Everything is going wrong. Not
we've been
everything's
trying to
going wrong.
do the Barbenheimer app.
Yeah.
Just
That's
and
been
just pushed
pushed.
pushed back.
It
Um
looked like for a while we were going to be able to do it like right after like the opening weekend,
yeah, that would be
but then
great.
no.
But here we are.
We're nothing if not timely.
Yes, exactly. That's what they always say about Critterpit.
Yeah.
Punctuality is
Punctuality
there.
is king.
Um, but we have a pretty good episode lined up, I think. It's
Should
been a
be.
while. Have a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
Um,
that's good.
yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
I feel like I don't actually have a lot to talk about. My life's been pretty boring. It's just been like
Me too.
busy, boring, where it's like I just do a lot of work,
Same.
kind of
Been working a
same
lot lately,
routine.
man. Well, sorta. Been working a good
Getting ready for
amount.
school.
Not really, no.
No.
Just been trying to save up my money for school for the
Yeah.
most part. But I think we're chilling. You excited to go back to school?
Uh, yeah, I'm
See all the Red Deer
decently
people
excited. Yeah,
again?
excited to see everybody, how everybody will be doing, who's going to be
Yeah,
back.
I
You know,
think it's gonna be crazy.
I
It's gonna
listened.
be a lot.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of the After Dark because I got really paranoid that I lost it.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
but I found it and I listened to a little bit. Yeah, we can never release that. Uh,
Yeah, it's, pretty crazy.
pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy things we say in there.
Really,
Unless, yeah, maybe to the our Patreon subscribers will eventually release it. But yeah,
because all I
we make some pretty
remember.
heated allegations, honestly. Uh,
Oh, yeah, we
yeah,
do.
which I completely forgot about.
Oh, yeah, we might have. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't wanna listen to that back. That's better left sealed
it was
for a
kind of
long
fun
time.
to listen to back, but yeah, it was odd.
Gonna keep that buried until we've changed, like, significantly as people.
Yeah,
You know how they say you're like a new person every 7 years or something
yeah, and it's true. It's been
when we're a new person.
almost 6 months, almost 7 months. No, it hasn't.
Yeah,
What am I saying? Yeah, that's
since
basically new person.
since we started,
Do you think you
you're a
still
bit.
have all the drawing uh, abilities that you have from the end of
Oh
April,
god,
less than a semester ago?
probably not. It sucks though,
Probably
because I've
not.
been thinking like, damn, that shit is so sick. I like been thinking a lot about drawing class, funnily enough, and I'm like, I should have tried more. Even though I put a
Yeah,
great deal of effort, it's just I should have
it's
tried
hard.
even more because that stuff's so cool.
Yeah,
Um, and thinking about it, and it's like that's for sure something I just do like when I'm older, out of school, just like a semester of college, just for that. If I'm able to do that, 'cause
that would be
it'd
really
be so
sick.
cool. Just all your time towards that, and great professor, and
Yeah,
it's really cool. And I just wish I got my notebook, man. I don't know why I didn't go back for my sketchbook. I forgot about that.
yeah. I
There
didn't
are
get mine
some
either, but I was like
actual cool
gone.
drawings.
There were.
Yeah,
Maybe she'll still have it. Just go back to the room. Yo, what's
shall
up?
cherish and keep them forever.
She'll say, "Oh, my favorite students are back."
My favorite two
Ah, the
students
critter
who are
pit.
here every class and were very participatory. Love you boys.
Love you
Um,
boys.
that's us. It's
Yep.
funny, I saw this really interesting ad today about drawing. It was this ad that was, like, talking about this tool from, like, Renaissance times that they'd used to help them draw, like, an optical tool, where pretty much the idea is it'd be like this lens you'd look through, where
Hmm.
you'd see what's in front of you and also your paper at the same time, so you can sketch it out
Well,
pretty
we
much.
kind of did that, right?
It's
I
nothing
mean,
like what we had.
okay.
It's
It's
really
not just
interesting
a piece of
technology. It,
glass
like
that we draw over.
no, it, like, puts the person down on your paper. Like, you're looking down on your paper, and there's a reflection of the person there.
Oh.
like
That
in
is
real
really cool.
time.
So you can just
And
trace.
it's this old technology that's been like antiquated, I guess. Yeah, pretty much tracing. And it's like caused a stirring in the art community because people are saying that they're supposing that these old masters weren't so masterful because they used optical tools to their advantage and it wasn't all freehand. But I don't know.
Oh,
I think
I think
it's
that's still I mean, it
I
still
think
takes
that's
a lot
really
of
cool.
talent, yeah,
It's
to
like using
trace.
technology to your advantage. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
and
And
should we make our official announcement now that we're gonna be switching the podcast over to just AI, Sam and Ethan? They'll be taking it
yeah,
over
we've
after
been
this
training
episode.
been
Yeah,
training
we've been training
GPT.
bots, and
We
they're just
Yeah,
gonna
we
take
wanted to
over.
get around we wanted to get around like the 20 episode range. I think that was enough
Yeah,
until we decided to
yeah,
train our voices. Like the Graham AI is still pretty sketchy. I don't
but
know how
that
good
kind of
that
it
one's
kind
gonna
of
be.
adds to the Graham character,
Yeah,
of it
it's
being a
perfect.
little sketchy. The
Um,
guests will still be real people, but we will not.
yeah,
We're just
honestly,
embracing technology.
we tried in the Sid and Nancy episode, and that's
Yep.
why that's our highest viewed episode.
Yeah,
75 views,
it worked
and
so
none of
well.
you noticed. We
Yep,
got you.
we
Got
got
'em.
you. We got you.
Got you
Uh,
idiots.
Stomach.
AI's man, what do you think about AI? It's
I think
interesting.
it is interesting. I mean, I need to see more, like, positive, like,
It's
uses of it because I feel like
it's
I
gonna be
don't.
bad, but
Yeah, but, like, all that I see of it right now is, like, shitty art and, like, bad imitations, right?
here's the
But
thing.
it's like,
I think
what else does it do that's helpful?
here's my blazing hot take.
Okay.
I think a lot of people when they're talking about AI art will always like be like, "Oh, it's not good enough." But like I think the mindset more should be it will be, right? Eventually
Mhm.
it will be to like genuinely slot people out. Um and I think the conversation needs to be more geared like to the future of it, right? Where it will be in the place of like careers and all that. I think that's what all the strikes are about, all
Yeah.
that, which is great. It's crazy to
Yeah.
me how many people are against the strikes. So
That is
crazy.
ridiculous.
It's like, oh,
Eh,
it's just rich celebrities, just wanting more money.
yeah,
It's like,
but
no,
it's not.
it's just
Writers are so
people
poor.
not wanting to starve to death, bro.
Yeah.
Like, God, what is
Yeah,
going on? Just people are that propaganda runs deep, man.
it does. Well, I mean, it's all the billionaires that own the,
Yeah,
like, media companies that are against these strikes, so, of course, they're gonna not be portrayed
never
well.
think you're immune to propaganda
Yeah.
is the message I think I'll send out. Cause
Yeah.
damn,
Even from
damn,
the Critterpit. We're always
we're
sending out
part of
our
the machine
propaganda.
too.
Yeah.
We're part of the machine too,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Another
We're
cog in the
pro
machine.
strike, but that's just we're only pro because it means that we can work. We're not part of the WGA. We're not
Yo,
part of
maybe that's
SAG.
why
We can go
I'm
work.
pretty
It's
sure
fine.
we were saying we were anti-strike, weren't we, on Sid and Nancy?
Probably, but we're pro strike as
That
long
was
as it doesn't
jokes.
affect us.
Yes. Yes, that is the best place to be
Yeah.
in life.
There will never be a Critterpit strike.
Um,
If Ethan
that's
ever
the,
strikes, I'm gonna scab immediately. I'm gonna come right back.
that's the liberal mindset, right?
Yeah,
You're, left of center in good times, right of center when it personally affects you,
exactly.
as the classic Phil Oakes once said.
Yep.
Um, yeah, gotta
Critterpit
love it.
stands strong wherever we
Critter
choose
Pit
to.
always stands strongs.
We stand strong, but we change our opinion constantly.
Yeah,
What
yeah. What are you gonna do though?
are you gonna do?
Um, yeah. What have I been up to lately? I've started reading a lot lately,
Whoa,
cause
nerd.
yeah, no, big nerd over here. I've just been really loving just like the idea of like mediums of art and how that like
Mhm.
affects the art experience. Cause ever since I saw Oppenheimer, bro, on 70 millimeter, that was
Oh,
so cool.
it was
So I've just
awesome.
been thinking about like just these analog kind of art forms.
And books, I guess, are analog art.
Yeah, and I've been just reading a lot because it's very interesting. I've been reading a lot of Kafka, if you've heard of that feller.
I have heard of Kafka.
Pretty underrated
Sad.
indie gem of an author.
Okay.
Um, no, I love Kafka though. He looks exactly like Christopher from Sopranos.
Yeah,
Like
and
exactly. It's crazy.
what are themes in Kafka's works? It's like,
It's all about, like, alienation and, like, the bureaucracy and, like, existing in a world that just does not make sense, it seems like.
wow, he
A lot of
does look
black
exactly like
comedy,
Christopher.
right?
The exact
It's like
same. That is
that threw
ridiculous.
me off, man.
Yeah.
Um, and kinda I mean, Christopher's arcs aren't really Kafkaesque. I know that term gets thrown around a lot, but there's a lot of alienation in those from his community. So
Yep.
maybe he literally is Kafka.
He
But
is
no, I
Kafka.
love Kafka, man. Just he is like the worlds he creates are so interesting, just dripping with atmosphere.
Hmm.
I've read Metamorphosis, which I really recommend.
Okay. I
I've
would like to get into reading, but, it
very
takes more
short
brain
book
power.
does, but that's good though.
It is good.
Good.
Undoubtedly good.
Um, are you familiar with Metamorphosis? The
I'm I'm
conceit of
familiar
that?
with the title. I'm not familiar with, like, anything else, though.
It's the one where the dude wakes up in his bed to find out he's transformed into a giant cockroach, and
Oh,
his
yeah.
first thought upon waking up is just, "How am I gonna get to work?" And that's such a that's a ugh,
Silly
that
human
rings
issue.
so true. That
Yeah.
rings so true. Because like, just working a lot every day, I've been like, "Damn, I'm waking up as a giant cockroach right now.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?" So, shout out Kafka
Shadow
for
Kafka. I would love to see
putting those.
Cronenberg's adaptation
I
of
read
that
a great
book.
article that Cronenberg wrote comparing Metamorphosis to The Fly. Awesome.
Oh,
Really
okay.
recommend you read it.
That makes a
Um,
lot of sense.
yeah, just dudes turning into bugs, one of my
Yeah.
favorite genres.
It's a great genre. There needs to be more dudes turning into bugs,
Rewatched The
honestly.
Fly recently. So
Did it
good.
hold up?
Um, it held up completely. I still think it's 10 out of 10, but come on, Videodrome blows out the water.
Yeah.
Videodrome's so good, man.
Yeah.
Like, I
Fly is a
rewatched
great
Videodrome the other day. Like,
mhm.
so, man.
The Fly's a great
Sh-
introduction to Cronenberg, where it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it
And I
it is
think
crazy
that's
body horror, but it's also like everybody knows what The Fly is already. And
yeah. I think it's, like, honestly the best body horror he really did too. I think it's the best
mhm.
effects in those movies. So just on a pure, like, technical level, I think that's the king. But just, like, the writing in Videodrome, it oh, oof, so relevant. It's so good, you know?
More relevant than ever,
Yeah.
you say.
Soon we will all have TV names. I love that. It's so
Incredible.
goofy. And he chose Brian Oblivion. What the fuck? I love
Yeah.
that.
What is that name? Man,
And I
Oblivion.
love that introduction of Nikki, dude. It's on the TV. She's like mediated in her first introduction. Oh my
Yeah.
lord. So smart. But
Incredible film.
we've talked too much about Cronenberg already. So enough of that. Um yeah, Kafka is sick. Um Asteroid City was good. I
I
liked
did like
Asteroid
Asteroid
City.
City. Have we not
Watched that.
had a chance to talk about that yet?
I don't think so, no.
I
Because
actually
we
rewatched it too. I changed
damn,
from a 9 to a 10. I loved it,
damn,
like, even
damn.
more the second time. Yeah, I wasn't sure how it
Tell
would
me
feel
about
on a
that.
rewatch. Um, I it just got such incredible vibes. I mean, it the like, I don't know, it's great. The the narrative device of being in a TV show about the
Mhm.
production of a play is very fun. I think the play
It's
itself is, like, pretty good, but seeing it through Jason Schwartzman's character, like, him
mhm.
as the lead is really interesting, and I really like
Well,
I really liked it.
you know me.
Yeah. Wes Anderson
Anderson,
hater?
little I'm not cater, we're just contentious. We have a contentious relationship, me and
Yeah.
Wessie. Um,
I did
God,
not
and
go
this
into Asteroid City thinking I would like it. I didn't really like The French
really?
Dispatch. I didn't love The French
Okay.
Dispatch. I loved Asteroid City.
With Asteroid City, it's so Anderson. Like, so Anderson, almost to, like, the point of
Yeah,
parody, it
but
feels
it's
like.
almost, like, weirdly more
But
emotional than the rest of his. Like, it's
yes, like, I felt the characters here were, like, hidden,
they were deeper.
actually
Like,
hidden,
yeah,
and I fucking love, like, alien shit. I love
yeah,
alien movies, like, the fact that there aren't, like, a billion alien movies every year blows my mind. Just the cinematic potential in Aliens is unreal.
yeah.
Um, Apparently aliens are real. No, they aren't. They're just trying to distract from Critterpit, man.
They're
That's
just
my
trying to
theory.
distract from Critterpit.
Yeah. Just trying to pull the masses off us. It ain't working. It ain't
Nope.
working.
We got
Um,
more views than ever.
yeah. We're going to the moon, baby.
Going to the moon.
But yeah, I loved how they did the alien. I
Did you
wish it was a little scarier, but
He's a little goofy guy.
he was a little freaky.
He
That seems a
was.
little freaky
I like the
because
way
it's like
that they
it's that
describe how he
Lynch
looks at him.
theory.
Yeah.
It's that Lynch theory of Eye of the Duck or whatever. Just that one scene in the movie that's like so stylistically different from everything else.
Yep.
That's the heart of it. Like that scene is just it's quiet, it's off-putting, it's like stop motion against all
Yeah.
these
It's
like live
claymation.
action. It's great, man. And just Jeff, that's just Jeff Goldblum. One line in the movie.
I loved it. I'm
How
playing the
goofy is
alien as a
that?
metaphor.
Yeah.
What's the metaphor? I'm not sure yet.
I
It's great.
still don't understand the play. I don't think I understand the movie, but I guess that's the point. It's
Well,
life.
it's life, but it's about connections and,
Yeah. Margot
you know,
Robbie.
connecting with
It's
your
in
children and
everything.
what's actually important. And it's family.
Yeah.
Family's important. It's
Has
not these alien things. It's the
does
people
Wes
you're around.
Anderson usually do nude scenes? I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, French Dispatch,
Oh,
um,
yeah. To watch
has
French
has a
Dispatch.
lot. I
Oh my
I don't think
lord.
it's like a usual thing, but there are nude scenes in Wes
Okay.
Anderson movies. Yeah.
I definitely need to watch more Wesy boy. He's
Have you
just
seen Rushmore?
nope.
I would do if you do Rushmore and then Asteroid City as like a double,
Okay.
I think you'd like Asteroid City a lot more.
I
Because Rushmore's great. It's about
do
a student at this private school who makes
oh yeah.
movies, and it's really good.
I do like Grand Budapest. That's
Yeah,
another story within a story
everyone
within
loves
a story.
Budapest. Yeah.
It's a great movie. Fantastic Mr. Fox, it's good, but I don't know.
Did you? Because you didn't see it as a kid
No.
either. Yeah.
I need to watch it without Nick being there afterwards.
You've never seen Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I know it's crazy. There's a
That's
lot of
impossible.
movies. There's a lot of movies. There's
But it's okay for Nick to say that because he's seen every movie.
yeah.
He
Are
he
there a
has a
million
broad
movies?
range.
Are there a million movies, you think,
Yeah, there's
at
probably
this
more
point?
than a million movies.
Damn, I have to see them all.
Yeah,
Shit,
takes
that's
too long.
rough.
Movies are coming out every day.
I know,
Just too
I
many.
know,
It's been a great summer for movies.
I
Great movie
know,
summer.
dude. Fucking the movies are back, baby.
Movies are back. Meg 2.
Um, Mission Impossible 7, I think that one was.
Yeah.
That was a good
It
movie.
it was good.
This is
If
my first Mission Impossible.
Really?
Yeah,
It's kind of a weird one to jump in on.
that was very fun though.
Yeah. I
They,
quite liked it.
I think all the face gags got me because I'm never expecting it because I'm new to this
What?
franchise. I'm like, that's Tom Cruise. What?
That was an
It's
awesome
great.
scene.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
guessing that happens like every movie, like 2 or
yeah,
3
that's like a
times.
staple. I think except
Oh,
for like the 4th one, because in that one the machine breaks, so they can't use it.
oh, okay.
Yeah. They're all really
Swapping
solid. I
genders,
think
it's
except
crazy.
number 2,
Um, good
which is
movie.
the angry one.
So long, so long. Does not need to be 3 hours, I think.
Mission Impossible
Um,
7.
yeah,
It is
there's
quite
only
long, yeah.
one movie that needs to be 3 hours.
Yeah, Stalker.
Fokker and Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, yeah, earned its length.
Before we get into that, though, I have one more thing to say.
'Kay.
I there's some footage I've been sitting on for a while now. Some traumatic footage.
Some quail-related footage?
One could say that I might have edited together.
Oh my god. Are we
So
gonna
evil.
watch it?
No, I just want to
Oh,
let you know
that is there.
it's fucking demonic, bro.
You have to send it to me. I need to see
It's
it.
I went full tilt on it. I'm like, I'm gonna make this as an expression of like my guilt and nothing
Guilt and
else.
pain.
It's so fucked up. I like almost brings me to tears. I feel
Oh,
evil watching that, but it might be my masterpiece. It's my,
this is as good as it gets.
it's my cannibal holocaust. That's what we'll say.
You should, submit it to film festivals.
I mean, there are some effects in it that I think I'm quite proud of, but
Oh, I
it's
can't wait to
bad.
see it.
Uh, I
I'm
don't
sure it's
know, man.
incredible.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
see it. I'm gonna see it
That one,
eventually.
that one's got to stay on the back
We'll
burner.
watch it in the studio. That's how we'll break in the new Critterpit studio.
It'd be a crazy vibe, man.
It would be.
So
Be awesome.
break it in with blood,
Yep,
soak it in
and
blood.
death.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's it
Ugh.
exists somewhere
It
in the world.
exists.
It
Exists on a hard
exists.
drive. Yep. Um,
Beautiful.
all right.
I actually did have one more thing to say. I renewed my Criterion channel subscription.
Oh
It's a
yeah. Dude, I got the Criterion channel.
hell yeah. Have you been watching any of Dustin Guy Deffa's movies?
I've
Uh,
not. I don't even know who that
he
is.
has like a collection on there right now. He's like a contemporary of like the Safdie brothers, like that
Oh,
kind of
is
like
he a
New
New
York
York boy?
filmmaking.
Do love
No,
that.
I think he's from like the Midwest or something, but he makes his movies in
Ah,
New York now.
fake.
So yeah,
Fake. What have I been
I've watched
watching?
I've watched two of his movies so far, and
Good
one of his
shit?
short films. And I watched Person to Person, which feels like a slowed down Safdie brothers movie, which is it's
Oh,
really like if you were to wanting to introduce somebody to the Safdie brothers, you show them Person to Person
yeah.
first, and then
Okay.
that other one, and then I watched Bad Fever, which is like Frownland, but just a little
Oh,
tamer, just a little tamer. It's
I've
still
um
quite terrible and hard to watch, but
I've infamously tried to watch
Frownland.
and I could not get through it.
You should watch Bad Fever.
I was pretty baked when I tried to watch Foundland,
Bad
to be
vibe.
fair.
Bad
Very
Fever's also only like an hour and 10 minutes. Like it's short. It
good. I
feels
might have
long.
to watch that then, because God, dude, Frownland's so crazy.
I
So
liked Frownland a lot. I liked it more than Bad
I'm sure
Fever.
I will. I love cringe humor, like, but
I don't
awful.
even know if it's humor at that point. Like Frownland is just pure anxiety on screen. Just incredible.
I need to
But I
watch
would
it on a
recommend
bust, I
the
feel.
works of Dustin Guy Deffa if you've got the Criterion
I
channel.
I do. Don't know how long I'll keep it because I can't justify it, but I've been watching some weird stuff on there. Been watching a lot of David Lynch shorts.
Nice.
Just giving me life. Dude, have you watched Dumbland?
No.
Dude, Dumbland is so crazy, dude.
Is that one of the bunny ones? Or
No, Dumbland is this thing that he made in, like, 2001, 2002, I think, where he just, like he made this whole show in MS Paint, dude. Animated it in MS Paint, voiced
Awesome.
it, and it's, like, the most, like, Adult Swim, shitpost, crass, crude, nonsensical thing, but it's
Yeah.
kind of, like, the highest tier art I've ever seen. Not
I'm yeah, I'll
not
have to
really.
watch that. No,
It's
not at all.
I don't know. It's so crazy, man. I just watch the whole thing imagining David Lynch animating and voicing it
In
because
MS Paint.
it's so crazy, man. It's so funny.
That's
Um,
awesome.
it's wild. He has some great shorts on there though, like Premonitions Following an Evil Deed. Like he shot that
Yeah.
on film. One's really weird.
Which one did I
Or
watch? I watched, like,
Six
5
Figures Vomiting.
yeah, that's the one I watched.
Ugh. Ugh.
You'll never guess what happens.
That one's a big plot twist one.
Yeah,
Um, I watched this
subverts
one
your
called
expectations.
he had this one called The Alphabet, which was, like, genuinely scary and the scariest things I've seen in a long time. That one was great,
Alphabet.
really great.
6 Men
Yeah,
Getting Sick. That's the one.
mm. I've just been finding a lot of cool stuff to watch on there, like, I watched, it was in, like, their nuclear collection, and it was this short called The Hole that's animated in this super cool, like, just very emotional, discontinuous way
Mm,
around a conversation these 2 guys had about, like, everything and nothing at the same time, kind of about, like, the potential of a nuclear holocaust and, like,
yeah,
just how fragile it all is, right? How close we could come to just an accident happening, missile getting launched, you know?
yeah.
and it is so good. I'd really recommend that. It's only like
Okay.
60
I
minutes.
will I will watch it.
Great.
Too much to
So
watch.
such cool animation. Dude,
Well,
that's the
speaking of,
Criterion channel.
it's
Just
awesome.
I know.
All
Can I
their collections
justify it?
are great. Yeah, you can use my
I
login,
can.
split it 50/50.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Wait, can we have multiple people on there? Is this not like a thing that Netflix does where it's like the screens?
No, I mean, I've never had a problem with the counting, and I've logged in on multiple devices.
Okay. We could even get Jakey in there.
Probably.
Does he wanna do that? So we're just paying $3 a month each? I mean,
Yeah, not bad.
can't turn down that deal.
Yeah.
I watched, bit of Scorsese shorts too, watched Mean
Yes.
Streets.
Yeah, I saw
It's
that was
great
on
stuff.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Scorsese, well, it's tangentially related. Robbie
Yeah.
Robertson died yesterday. Rest in
Robbie
peace.
Robertson.
He scored a lot of
Oh, The
Scorsese's like
Irishman.
recent movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but
did.
he was also part of like the band, and Scorsese made the documentary "The Last Waltz" about the band. So yeah, he
Dang,
died yesterday. It's
rip.
sad. Great musician, indigenous
Prostate cancer. That's a
Canadian.
shame.
Yeah,
He had
Canadian
I recognize
talent.
the name just 'cause, there's this great track in The Irishman called, like fuck, I think it's like The Irishman's Waltz or something. Um,
Yeah,
and it's just like the coldest fucking song. Just such a good beat. Ugh,
that's
okay, it's
yeah,
gonna drive me crazy if I can't find the name of it. One
yeah.
second.
Well, he also scored "Killers of the Flower Moon," so that's coming
Okay.
out with his probably final score, I would imagine. But cool.
Yeah, where
Uh,
is it? Theme for The Irishman. There you go.
yeah, yeah, he did. I think he did the whole score for Irishman as well.
Yeah. It's literally called Theme for The Irishman.
There you go.
It's good. So good. It's like bow, ba-da, bow, bow, ba-da, da, bow, and you're like, "Damn, this mob guy's no good."
Yeah, I'm not
It's
sure about
moral
these guys.
moral decay and all that. Mean
Yeah.
Streets is really fun though because it just feels like a lot of the time like a cheeky version of all these antics. Very cheeky movie.
Mm.
Just hijinks a lot of the time, and everyone's so young, and De
Yeah.
Niro's playing like the opposite character. It feels like of a lot of the stuff I've seen him in. It's great.
Is he a good guy? Nice guy?
No, he's like the antagonist.
Oh,
He's kinda like a Christopher character, just really
wired.
off the chain, crazy, and liability pretty much
That sounds like a
for
lot of
his
De Niro characters.
yeah?
That's
I
like
don't
Taxi
know.
Driver, like
I'm thinking in, like, the mob sense, though. Like,
oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
very rarely been, like, the loose wire in these ones I've seen him in. I haven't seen Casino in forever, but
No, he's not a loose wire in Casino, that's Pesci.
oh, love that
And,
Pesci.
James Woods is in Casino as well, right? From Videodrome?
Oh, is he?
I'm pretty sure.
Ew. Ew. I love James Woods because of that movie, but he has the worst face. No offense, James Woods.
Big ol'
It's
forehead.
it's so off-putting, man. He looks so weird.
Yep.
Fuck. Hate to be that guy, but
Alright. Well, should we get into Barbenheimer?
Barbenheimer,
Yep.
Oppenbarbie. I think the accepted terminology Barbieheimer or Barbenheimer? What's the
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer? Okay.
Yep.
Barbenheimer. Let's should we introduce the concept of Barbenheimer? I'm sure everyone
Well, I
knows,
mean,
but
I think everybody knows by
just for
now.
historical context.
Sure, yeah, when people are coming back to this episode in a million
Yeah.
years.
It's
So, on July 21st, 2023, two
Fabled Day.
movies were released on the same day, Barbie and Oppenheimer, and the internet
Yeah.
rallied for both of them and said, "We're
Yeah.
gonna do double features. Everybody watch both."
Just the most, like, tonally different films, it seemed, but
Yep, and
funnily
they did
enough,
it.
there was some thematic synergy between these at points.
Yes.
Um,
The Folly of Men.
The Folly of Men, existentialism, your place in the world. It's great
Patriarchy.
stuff. And, you know, damn, both movies kinda slapped. They're
Yeah, they were
both
both
great,
awesome. We were worried
which,
about
like,
Barbie. I think the last
I
episode
was,
in the Dead Ringers, we talked about a little worried about Barbie,
um and
but
I think, honestly, I've only seen Barbie once, but upon rewatches, I think the cracks will definitely show quite a bit. Um,
Seen it twice. Definitely,
okay,
I
because
liked it
right
both times.
now
Watch it with
I
my
have it at a
family, it's a good
9.
time.
I have it at a 9 out of 10 right now. I know
Yeah.
that'll go down to an 8.
Yeah,
Um, Oppenheimer though, man, oh boy, I'm obsessed with that movie, man.
that's great.
Seen it 3 times, dude.
Alright.
Oh my lord, I love that shit.
I saw
Um,
Troy, like, last week. He told me he's seen it 3 times in a row.
Fuck yeah. All on 70 mil probably?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so
Front
what should we
row.
start with our official discussion? Which one?
Um, I
Probably
think I have
I
maybe
saw
less to say about Barbie, so start with Barbie.
okay. Okay, I saw
It was
Barbie
good.
second, and I feel like that's the correct viewing order. Because did
Yes,
you
I
do the
also
double
saw it.
feature?
I no, I didn't. I did
Ah,
Oppenheimer
damn.
one day and then Barbie the next day.
I did the double feature, and I feel like Barbie second is definitely the right choice just
Yeah,
because
it's like a
Oppenheimer
refresher.
second would be exhausting, man. Just
Yeah.
3 more hours of movie.
Yeah.
Um, but Barbie, great, great movie. I It's a phenomenon. Like, Barbenheimer is a phenomenon, but Barbie is like a cultural wave. It is crazy. We were seeing it in
Yeah.
Calgary, man, and we were going to a restaurant near the theater, and just everyone in the restaurant was covered
Pink.
in pink. It
Yeah.
was
It's
insane.
awesome.
Men were in dresses. It was awesome, man.
Yeah.
You don't see this anymore,
No.
ever,
People
except if it's
don't
like
really
Marvel or
care about
something, or
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Like, it
Yeah.
was
But
awesome.
people
Everyone
don't
was
even
getting
dress up
that.
that well for Spider-Man. Like,
I've seen
everybody
a
for
lot of
Barbie.
Spider-Man, like, outfits, but
Yeah, but not the
Barbie,
whole
it was
theater. Like, the whole
yeah.
theater is in pink
It
for
was
Barbie.
awesome, man. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Everyone's hyped, buzzing. It was a
Yep.
great time, man.
Yeah. And I
And
hated it.
movie, I
It
hated it.
sucked.
I just hate man-hating movies?
I just
Just
why is there just so much oppression of men? That's my
yeah,
question.
it's just
Why do they
why
always
are
pick on
we
the little guy?
teaching girls to hate us?
Yes. Why?
Why? What is the message they're trying to send out? Why isn't this movie for me?
Why is
What is
this
going
movie
on?
not for me? Yeah,
Um,
because it's the Barbie movie. Um,
but even then, it's still for everybody,
yeah,
comments on it all, and it was great.
yeah.
Um, I I
I
accidentally stepped on a girl's toes, though, I do have to admit. We're
Uh-oh.
s we're going past this, group of girls, a lot of teenage girls, of course, in that theater, and I just
Yeah,
completely, like, crunched on her toes, just stepped on them. Felt so
that's not
bad.
good.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I've been to a movie just that packed, where you actually have to do the shuffle down, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised. It was hard to get Barbie tickets in Edmonton. Like,
Yeah.
even
We
last
had
week,
to
I
we
tried.
had to
I
go
had
to a
to
10 o'clock showing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's awesome
It is. Like, the movies are back, baby.
for a
And
little
this was
bit.
a great, great theater movie, man. I
Mhm.
think what saves this movie, as in the Lego movie, as in this one, is the writing. It's all the writing. This is
Yep.
such a well-written movie, man. It's great.
Noah Baumbach and Greta Gerwig back at it again.
Yeah, like, it's so funny, dude. I was cackling up during this, like,
Yeah,
laughing, man, a lot. Ryan Gosling as Ken is
perfect.
I know it's the Barbie movie, but he steals the show. He is
Yes.
so funny, dude. Like,
Yeah.
the way he just
His
yells,
songs are great.
"Sublime! Sublime!" So
Yeah,
funny, man. Like,
that is awesome.
just dude, the laugh he does, like, the fake laugh where he goes, "Ah,
Yeah.
ha, ha, ha." It's so good,
I
man.
love the scene where where he's like, "Barbie, maybe I can stay over the night?" And then
Yeah.
she's like, "No, it's girls' night." And then he has his whole, like, fake conversation with himself. "No, I can't stay
Yeah.
anyway. Like, I gotta go." It's great.
He's so funny, man. And just his whole arc was very unexpected. Like, just
Mhm.
discovering the patriarchy pretty much and just, like, unbalanced gender dynamics
Yeah,
and bringing that back to Barbie
to
world.
Barbie Land.
I feel like in any lesser movie, any lesser read movie, it would have been the most, like, eye-rolling arc ever, you know?
Yeah, like
Just ridiculous.
yeah, but
Um,
it's perfect, and it's
they
so, like
nailed it, man.
it's so over the top, right, that it makes it
Yeah,
better. Like, he's
yeah,
in his
it's, like,
Mojo
full
Dojo
committal.
Casa house,
Mojo
right? It's
Dozo
awesome.
Casa House, yeah. With
Yeah,
all the boys, and they're romping about, man. Just
they're
being the
watching The
worst.
Godfather.
Yeah. singing what is that? I don't know music.
I don't think it's not. I think
What
they wrote it
song
for the
is it?
movie, but
Oh, are you sure? It's not like
oh, I mean, the lyrics are
Nickelback or
pretty
something?
crazy. If that's a real song.
The Nickelback song?
It's a
Isn't it
Nickelback
Nickelback?
song?
I swear it's a Nickelback song they sing there. Isn't that the
And
whole
I
joke?
will, and I will.
Nickelback Barbie.
I think it's supposed to sound like it 'cause they're saying, like, "I'm gonna keep you down." Could that really be a
Um,
real song?
Barbie soundtrack music. It says "How You Remind Me" Nickelback, but a cover. So,
Okay, that's awesome. Shout out
because that
Nickelback, shout out Canada.
do love Nickelback. Some
Yeah,
songs, they're so catchy. Um, a little bit of fun little Critterpit lore. Keegan, our good friend Keegan, has appeared
will
on the
be on the
cast.
next episode.
On the next episode, will appear for the first time. He
Yep,
used to get like drum lessons from one of the guys in the band.
it's
Which is
awesome.
kind of crazy. Yeah,
It's so weird.
small world,
Yep,
small world.
shout out
Um,
Nickelback.
yeah, Margot Robbie kills it in this.
Yep,
She's Barbie, man,
she's
and
awesome.
like very
Michael Cera
emotional
as
movie.
Ken or as Alan. Awesome.
Dude, yeah, what is that's a weird role. He's like at points he gives me the weirdest vibes, but at other points he's very sweet. At
Yeah,
some points when they just cut to him and he's staring with those
they
sunken
cut to
in
so
eyes.
many reactions of him, like, I was
I know.
surprised how much he's in the movie.
I'm like, what's he gonna do, right? What's the major pivotal role he's gonna have?
Gonna
Um,
beat up a whole bunch of Kens, it's awesome.
I can see why this movie pissed off Ben Shapiro so much, right? It's
Yeah.
like
Did you
their
see that he dressed
interpretation.
like Ken to
Yeah,
go see the movie?
he
It's
was
perfect.
slaying. He was
Yeah,
slaying.
he
Um,
slayed. Yes,
but,
girl.
like, here's their interpretation, right? It's like Chad alpha traditional men, right, are bad. They shouldn't exist, and they should be subservient, and the only men that can exist are, like, the beta boy Allens. That's the
Yeah,
interpretation, and I could just tell they're in the
very
theater, right, surrounded by all the teenage girls just seething, dude. They got the
yeah.
notepad out, just going crazy.
No, he was singing along. He loved the
You think
movie.
so?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he went to,
probably.
like, an early screening, you know?
You know,
He's all in.
he's a
Loved
failed
it.
screenwriter, man. He sees
I
all the
know.
tricks they're pulling, so he's like, "Ah, I should have written this.
I could
Fuck,
have written this better.
fuck."
Oh,
If only
well.
Benny Boy's life went differently. Because
Maybe
you
he
know,
was
all
a
those
ghostwriter on it. Maybe he's secretly a barb.
he's just mad he isn't getting his, recognition.
It's credit.
Um, that'd be a fun multiverse film. Go to the multiverse where all these, like, right-wing grifters didn't fail in their chosen careers and didn't
They're
have to
all just
turn to what they're
terrible
doing.
comedians. Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, it's a fun one, man. I
it was
love
very
Will
fun.
Ferrell. He's just the same character as the Lego Movie
I
at
kinda thought
points.
I I I think on a rewatch, that character was, like, the weakest, more noticeably. Like, I
I
didn't really like the Mattel, like,
no,
board group. Like, what were
I
they
mean,
doing, really? Like
the plot certainly kind of falls apart at points with the whole, like, tying into the real world, I feel. Just, like,
yeah,
very slapdashed, it feels like at some points, but I just find Will Ferrell very funny in the way he
yeah,
says things. He's a very funny comedic actor.
he is.
She sells
But I
that.
just it's like, I don't know, it felt like
They're just there.
Mattel. Yeah, they're just there, and they're not like, they're portraying Mattel, the company that made the movie, and I feel like they
Mhm.
could've maybe gone a little bit harder on them, but I
They
understand why
could've.
they couldn't
Mhm.
because, it's the company
Feels
making the
like a
movie.
very tongue-in-cheek way of going like, "Oh, we're letting them portray us as not the best, right? We're
Yeah,
self-aware
exactly, but we're
guys."
still
And
really
I think
good.
here's
Like,
where the
I don't know.
cracks will show on the rewatch, is just how commercial this movie is. Like, it's a car commercial pretty much, you know?
Yeah, the
Um,
Chevy, like,
yeah,
it's pretty cut
the
and
cracks will
paste.
certainly show, but, like,
But
I
are you
love
gonna
the
buy an
whole
Allen doll? Probably, I will.
I already have one, man. Looking at
Yeah.
one right now. But I love the surrealist vibes they were going for at the start. I really wish
Mhm.
they did more of that. I think that coulda killed with a lot more that was in the movie. Just, like, how off-putting the world is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oof, there were points where that was really hitting, and just, like, how fake the background is, and just how artificial it all feels.
Yeah,
Um,
it's great.
really wish they did more with that, and I think the best part of the movies were definitely when they were in Barbie World,
Yeah. And luckily,
even
they were
though
in Barbie Land for most of the movie. Like,
yeah,
it was mostly there, which was great. But it was
they're
also mostly after the illusion of it had been shattered, so
yeah, and there were I liked how they didn't hold many bars when they went to the real world, like, they got pretty risque with it, right?
mhm.
Felt like edgy Lego Movie a lot of the times, commenting on it all and showing kind of what it really is
Yeah.
for the
Oh, and
most part.
also another problem with the movie, like, they comment on how Barbie, is this figure that's supposed to be for, like, feminism. That's what they say in the
Mhm.
movie. But the kid character who at first you think is the person who owns the Barbie doll gives all these
Yeah.
critiques about how it's no, like Barbie, you're
Yeah.
just the like, commercialization of that, right? You're the
Yeah.
the selling out. But like they don't say that those things are wrong in the movie. Like
Mhm. Just
it's just a
kinda
fun little throwaway
slapdash.
joke instead of being,
Um,
a more serious part of the conversation,
because
which
message
I
of the
understand.
movie is kinda like just how the patriarchy kinda extends to everyone and is damaging to
Yeah.
everyone, kinda like coming into your own personhood sorta
Mhm.
through that, how challenging that can be.
Yeah.
I think that part, they really nailed the emotional beats with that, but definitely with the brand of the Barbie,
Yeah, they
could have
didn't
done more
really
there, which
save it for Barbie
Mattel,
2.
man, they're saving it for the MCU, the
Oh
Mattel
my god.
Cinematic Universe.
Bad.
Holy shit.
They're
Holy
going
shit.
all in. I don't
They
think any of
are,
those
man.
movies will get made.
They are. I think a couple will come out. You're doing Hot Wheels, man. What the fuck?
But, like,
I wanna pull up the whole
Viewmaster, Uno,
like, what
Polly
the fuck?
Pocket, like, what are you doing?
Barney? What are we
Barney,
doing, man?
an A24 style Barney movie.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots, American Girl,
But we already
Magic
had a
8
Rock'em
Ball,
Sock'em Robots movie as well, like, wasn't Real Steel
Magic
Rock'em Sock'em
8 Ball,
Robots?
man. Magic 8 Ball.
I would watch the Magic 8 Ball movie.
It'll probably be a PG-13 thriller.
Oh, really? I was hoping well, I mean, it probably will be, because they all will be, but, like, I think a cool little horror
Wishbone?
short story or, like, an anthology story where it's just about, like, a Magic 8 Ball, and then it gives them
Wishbone?
a little thing. Little
Matchbox?
adventure, which is like
Fuck me.
just cars, right? Again,
Yeah, ugh, you know
I don't
you know
think
what they
most of these
say,
movies will come out.
capitalism breeds innovation. You love to
Yes.
see it.
Well, that's what we love about movie studios is they always learn the right lesson.
So, here's what I gotta ask. What's up with Marvel? Is Marvel still killing it? I kind of feel like the decline of superhero movies is coming or upon us. And I think the end is in sight with all that stuff, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they just finished up Secret Invasion, the show, which was universally hated. Like
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even know
everybody
it
hated
ended.
it.
And then I watched the
Yeah.
Mr. Sunday Movies video on it and just,
Yeah.
oh, that looks
Eviscerated.
rough, man.
Yep.
And like,
Um.
feels like we're sort of getting to a place where, like, with just like Oppenheimer, Barbie did so well. Like,
Mhm.
so well. I know neither of those are, like, original IPs or anything or ideas, but, like, they're, like, risky movies, experimental movies. So I
Yeah.
really hope we're
Especially
seeing
Oppenheimer, where
yeah,
it's like
like,
just this dude
an
who's
existential crisis pretty much.
yeah
3 hours of dudes talking in rooms. Um,
one explosion.
I mean, small explosions, but one big explosion.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think Marvel movies, that trend is actually, like,
Well, I
it's
think they
it's
oversaturated
going
themselves.
It's going, and soon it will be gone. Well, I don't think it'll be gone. I think there's always gonna be, like, the fervent kinda, like, market for it, the diehards, but
Yeah. Well, it's like
I don't
the
know.
Snyderverse, right? Where it's like there's these
Mhm.
diehard fans, but it's dead. Like
But
they're not
these
getting
movies
anything else.
these movies cost so much to make, so it's like,
I don't think
will
they
they still
do. I
make them?
don't think they cost as much as they say they do. I think it's mostly a scam. But
Even with
that's
how
just
much the
my own
actors get
conspiracy.
paid?
Yeah, but still like $300 million is an insane amount of money. Like
It's
I don't
bureaucracy,
see
man.
how you can
Kafka predicted it.
yeah, I don't know.
It's
It's
labyrinthian.
just my own thing. We'll
Yeah.
see. I think I think
I
we'll
hope it
see
all
the decrease
crashes
of
and
budgets in
burns.
Marvel movies,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
they have, like,
I'm
20
kinda
in the
hyped.
bank already, right? Like, they
I
filmed so much
know.
stuff.
They got their money, man. They should be happy. They got it all.
Oh, I saw a thing that maybe Disney's gonna get sold to Apple, like, not
What?
soon, but, like, eventually Disney will just sell to Apple because
Fuck.
Apple's like a $1 trillion company, right? Like, they're
Yeah, yeah.
huge,
Just
and I think Disney's
different
been struggling,
multiverse.
especially through COVID.
Yeah. Damn. I hate it.
So,
I
maybe if
hate that.
Marvel
I hate
starts
bigger.
flopping,
I don't want that.
Apple will buy Disney.
Just bigger, bigger monopolies. Always a bigger
Love it.
fish, right?
We love it.
And then Apple's gonna get bought by like a weapons manufacturer or something. And then
Yeah,
all of our
and
movies will
then
come through
Critterpit
that.
will buy it all. Critterpit
Critter
Nation
Pit.
will own everything.
Exactly. That's the end goal. So
That's the end goal.
don't don't leak that. That's confidential
Yeah.
information. We should probably cut that.
Nobody nobody
Should
say anything.
probably
Nobody
should
say anything.
probably cut that.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Just to keep
We'll
our
we'll
interests
make it
safe.
okay. Yeah.
But Barbie.
It's gonna be like 1984. We're gonna have Critterpit playing before every single, like, time people have to go to work or anything.
Oh
They'll
shit,
be
before
cheering.
I forget,
"Ah."
we cannot forget about that fan art that got made for us. That shit is so lit,
Oh, yeah.
man. Shout out
I made
Connor,
that
man.
into I added a little song to it, and it's gonna be our
Oh,
special report thing for whenever we do, like, a movie outside of Critter Pit. Do,
nice.
because I made it because I was like, "Oh, we're gonna do Barbenheimer as its own episode." So,
I mean, we could still try it out here because I
yeah,
think you should title this episode Barbenheimer and Summertime.
okay, okay.
Because
We might run out of time for summertime looking at what we got.
wait, what time do you have to go again?
I actually have to leave at 4:45 now because I have to pick my
Fuck.
mom up.
Okay, I
So,
have a lot to say about Oppenheimer, so I think
okay,
we will have to do Summertime another time.
okay, another time.
Oppenheimer, Barbie. Last few things.
Barbie.
Love the whole bit with the old lady. Um,
Yeah,
fuck, what was it? It was
Real
the founder
Perlman,
of Mattel or something.
the founder
That
of
was so
Barbie, I
sweet.
think,
That was
but
very sweet.
yeah.
Um, love
Oh,
the
and
bit with just the old lady on the bench.
yeah,
That was
that's the
such a
original
sweet
Barbie.
scene.
That's the daughter
Oh,
of, um,
oh,
Real Perlman's character. Yeah.
that's awesome. I love
Yeah,
that. That
it is awesome.
scene was so sweet.
Great little
I think
cameo.
I think that's like the heart of the movie, that scene. Just
Yeah. I personally think
oh,
the heart of the movie is the, Mojo
Ken.
Dojo Casa House, but
It's all Ken, baby.
it's all
And I
Ken.
love seeing how I knew it was gonna happen. Everyone's just it's all about Ken,
Yeah.
unironically taking what Ken says just because he's funny.
He's funny. He
It's the
sings
taxi
good.
driver effect, man. But,
Yeah.
Barbie, 9 out of 10, but probably an 8 out of 10. But I need a
I think I gave
rewatch
it
to
an
lock
8 out
that
of
in.
10.
Um, I saw a Barbie
Solid, solid 8 out of
commercial the other day, man. It's weird seeing those ever since Barbie. Just feels very surreal just seeing the dollhouse.
10.
Odd
They're
vibes.
real.
They're real.
When you play with them, that's a real person I'm playing with.
That's Margot Robbie I'm playing.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
lord. But yeah, good movie. Shout out
Yeah.
Greta. Shout out Margot, and shout out Ryan Gosling.
Shout out.
Get him on the pod one of these days.
Yeah, after the strike's over, they'll be able to
Yeah.
come on. Otherwise,
Um,
they would have been on for this episode.
Next up, Oppenheimer. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Love this movie so much. Seen it 3 times. I'm obsessed with it.
crazy. I've only seen it
It's,
once. Only the one time.
if we die in a nuclear holocaust, I think this is the movie we should send out to space for the aliens. I love defining the current age we are in through one man's life, his paradoxes, right? His conflicts, his guilt. I
Yep.
find that so interesting. And
Yes.
everybody on this film absolutely killed it. Like
It's
top to
crazy.
bottom.
The cast is
Top
insane.
to bottom.
It felt
This
like they
movie
kept, like, panning the camera and there'd be a new A-list,
Yeah.
like,
This
celebrity. It was
movie
crazy.
converted me into a Nolan bro. I'd, like,
Yeah.
not seen very many Nolan films before this, only, like, The Dark Knights and Dunkirk, but I went out and watched Interstellar, I watched
Interstellar's great.
Inception.
You've seen
I like
Memento?
Interstellar. I'm not crazy about Interstellar. I think it's good.
Interstellar, I think, was my Oppenheimer, where it's like I
The
saw it in
visuals are
theaters.
crazy, but the writing sucks. The writing's pretty rough, and the
What?
character it's
No
not very
emotion.
good.
The
the
score
cha
carries that movie too,
I
like
know. The characters, though, are so weak, and I think this is where the Oppenheimer slaps so hard because it's based off, like, an autobiography and real people.
yeah,
So, the writing doesn't need to carry as hard because there's that established reality already, right?
yeah.
Because every character in this is like well, I think the female characters are still pretty underwritten, classic
Oh my god,
Nolanism.
Emily Blunt is pretty like, her,
Underwritten, but I think she
character until
kills
the
it.
very end is like, she's
Yeah,
just an alcoholic.
pretty.
That's like her only
Yeah,
thing. It's
um
pretty crazy.
and Jean Tatlock, Florence Pugh. That one scene is like just the straight up only bad scene in the movie where they're having sex and she forces him to like say the line.
That felt so
Scene is
forced.
so
That
bad.
was
That scene
that
is
was
so
pretty hard
bad.
to watch, where it's like,
But
you know
like
it's coming. They had to
but
say
like
it though. They had to
their
say it.
performances though, their performances bring it so hard, man. Like they
Yeah,
kill it. Those two actresses, everyone in this brings it so hard, man. Everyone feels like a fully realized character. Like
yep,
his there's so many of them, right? So I'm
a
just gonna shoot them
billion.
off. His like his buddy, I think it was Robbie, like the bigger Jewish guy, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
their little friendship throughout was so wholesome, man. I
The
loved
guy
it. How
from Santa Claus.
they had the returning thing of him, like, feeding him, right? Looking
Yeah,
after him. That's so heartwarming, man.
yeah. All the way
I
to the
loved
end.
his contentious relationship with Teller as kinda like,
Yep.
professional peers, but also kinda like their rivalry, but they uplift each other. Yeah, that was so engaging. Like, I think that's my favorite part of the movie, are
I
those
think it's
2's
crazy
dynamic.
when a movie has, like, 20 characters like this, and yeah, I can keep them all straight, and, like,
Mhm.
they're all yeah, just these, like, scientific like, in any other movie, right, they're all the same kinda generic
Yeah,
scientist guy, but
but no.
in this one, they're all so unique,
I
and
think
you know they all have their own individual motivation and
it definitely benefited
different
from the
science.
all-star cast, and I think this might be some of the best casting I've ever seen in a movie. Like,
Yeah,
dude, just Benny Safdie as Teller there, man.
that was
So
incredible.
good.
He stole
So
the show.
good, man. Just a
Benny
mad
Safdie.
scientist. Every scene he's in. Oh,
I
I was
love
reading a
when
lot about Teller.
he's watching
He's a fascinating character.
The Trinity experiment, and he puts on all the sunscreen, and he's, like,
Yeah.
melting.
Yeah, and
It's
he's
great.
laughing. The line
Yeah,
he says to Jack Quaid's character, Richard Feynman, where Feynman's like, "I got the glass, right? It absorbs all the UV lights. I'll be fine."
yeah,
And Safdie goes, "What will stop the glass?" It's like,
yeah.
oh, oh, so good. And we'll get to the Trinity of this, but we still need to go through all the characters, man. Okay, Rami Malek, fuck, dude, he is so good, dude. They build up throughout, right, with him and
Mhm.
Oppenheimer's relationship, because this movie's like structuring is so insane. Like, I, it hurts my
It's
brain
a
thinking
little
about.
at the beginning, it was a little hard to follow. By the end, when, like, you kinda get it, I'm like, "Oh, this is
Yeah,
awesome."
dude, on rewatch, this movie goes so hard.
That's what I would
Just
think.
like I think that's honestly one of the most impressive things. It's just the how they weave so much like time through each other, right? So many
Yeah,
scenes and setups are set up, right? Like with Rami, right? It's set up that he's coming out. You know, this what would the word be? Witness or whatever. Even though it's not a
yeah.
trial, they're bringing them out, and we
No,
see
it's
just
not a
these
trial.
breadcrumbs throughout, right? With Oppenheimer and Malik, and it's like every time they've met, it's been like
Pretty
Oppenheimer's been a
negative.
dick to him, right?
Yeah. Well,
And he's
Oppenheimer's
gone
just such
against
a
him.
dick in general, like,
I know, it's
he's not a good
great.
guy.
Um, and then when he does show up, he fucking backs Oppenheimer completely. Like that is
Yep.
such a good scene, man. Let's talk about the best acting performance in this movie, I believe. Robert Downey Jr.
Killed it.
Dude, oh my
Yeah,
god.
best role since Doolittle. It's incredible.
Oh my lord. I know. Just God, he's so good in this. Just this conniving man in the shadows.
Yeah.
It is it is incredible.
And did you know
Just
any of the, like, history of it going
I
in? Like,
didn't.
did you know
I've like
Strauss?
no, I didn't know Strauss, but
I
I've
did
like
not know
fully
Strauss either.
submerged myself in all that lore. I'm gonna be
So
reading
that
the
was
book
such a
soon.
great twist. You were like, "Oh my god,
He is
he's a
so
bad
good,
guy."
and the usage of the black and white for their perspectives and kind of the subjective objective dichotomy there, right? Because
Yeah,
like how I viewed it is this is how history views Oppenheimer, right? Through a result of this trial and Strauss's like string pulling and conniving little fucking
Yeah,
Washington power games is as an effect, this is how Oppenheimer's viewed through history, right? He is viewed
what's
as
true.
this man who shed crocodile tears, right? Whose
Yeah.
conscience only kicked in when it mattered for his own personal ego.
Well,
But
and
this movie,
also, showing
yeah,
Oppenheimer as a communist, like, I know I did, like,
yeah,
a research project in grade 8 or whatever, and I had to, like,
mhm,
portray Oppenheimer as a hero, and
yeah,
all the pushback that I got was like, "Well, he was a communist." And it's
that's
like,
crazy.
that's crazy that that's like a major part of his legacy is that
I
it's like,
know.
guy who invented the nuclear bomb, communist. And it's
I
not
love
even
that.
like he was really a
No, he
communist at all. He was just open-minded.
Keegan told this to me. A lot of scientists were communists just because apparently Marx broke down labor and all this stuff in scientific terms. Like he
Yeah.
made it into a science, which I found really interesting. Didn't know that. But as the movie said, it was like an intellectual kind of curiosity because you're not a communist if you sell out other communists to the government and work for the American government. I'm sorry,
No,
you're not
definitely
a
not.
communist. Full stop. But, this movie just feels so relevant, like, to today, like, it's completely defined the nuclear age we're living in, like, just
Yep.
how they show how dirty of a word
Oh,
communist is, that's
yeah.
still completely the world we inhabit, right? It's like an
We haven't
evil
mentioned,
world.
Gary
Yeah.
Oldman yet. Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh my lord.
You
I
want to, like,
love
punch
that
him in the
scene.
face. You're like,
I love,
it's the that might be my
people
favorite scene in the movie.
people have criticized this movie, right? They're like, IMAX 70 millimeter for a movie just in rooms looking at people's faces, but I disagree completely.
No. Yeah.
Right? Like, you
You get
see
so
every
close on their faces.
you see, like, every stress mark on Cillian's face. You
Yeah.
see every line because this is a man with so much responsibility placed on his shoulders. You,
Yep.
like, map this landscape of America and the war and the Cold War on this man's face. It's awesome.
Yep.
And the same goes for that Truman scene, right? Because he
Oh
gets
my
so
god.
close to the camera, it's disgusting. It's
His, like,
so
he and
gross.
his eyes are, like, so, like, they're so,
Beady.
large and his
Yeah.
glasses. Oh my god. You
When
just
he
wanna punch him
waves
in the
the
face.
when he waves the fucking napkin,
Yeah,
he
he's
calls
so
him a
proud,
crybaby.
proud to be the
I did.
president that dropped the nuclear
You
bomb. Like,
thought
it's just
they're thinking
it's
of the man who
insane.
made it. I did. Like, it's so good, man. Oh,
Yeah, Truman,
chills. And that's just
eat
another
that
guy who just
guy.
pops up, man. Just
Yep.
pops up and
Just one scene, and then he's gone.
so brilliant. Yeah, but, like, back to that kind of subjective, objective split, right? What they
Mhm.
do with, like, Einstein, I thought was brilliant. Like, what they did
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Einstein through line was so good, man.
Every time they showed Einstein, though, you're like, they portrayed him as just such a sad old guy. It's like, "Ah,
I
you're
don't know,
past your prime,"
I didn't
You're
get sad. He was like a
just
he was Yoda. He was
yeah,
Yoda
he
in
was
this
Yoda.
movie.
Yeah, exactly.
When I saw it with Keegan, he kept whispering over to me like he was a Force ghost every time he
Yeah,
showed up,
yeah.
and it
That's
felt
kinda what
like
I
that.
mean then, where it's like they,
I
like,
didn't get
put
as
him in
sad as much, but
I don't know.
like
Not yeah.
paralleling it to Oppenheimer for sure at points. Like I thought, just how they set up with Strauss, Einstein, and Oppenheimer. How like the whole like this whole slant destroying this man's life is through
Yeah,
just this like petty
yeah.
little thing, right? And in the end, just
It
such a good
wasn't even
little rug
about him.
pull moment. It was something about far, far more important, right?
Yeah,
Oh, and that
awesome.
scene with Oppenheimer
Alden
in the White
yeah.
House, getting all the medals and seeing all his like friends again. That shit brought me to tears, man. It was so
Yeah.
sad.
Oh, and the
It was
makeup in that is, like, crazy.
yeah,
Like, he's
it's
just
so
that's what
sad,
you
bro.
think of Oppenheimer at that point. He just
Yeah.
completely is in the
And
makeup
Cillian,
of
we haven't even mentioned Cillian. Oh my god, he is so good.
incredible.
They nailed the look.
Killed it.
All of his like mannerisms are so good.
Yep.
Um, he looks like death leading up to the Trinity project. He,
Yes,
like,
he does.
completely inhabits death. It's
Destroyer of
crazy, man.
worlds.
Um, and I just find his story endlessly fascinating, just so compelling. Um, just the man who was so wrapped up in, like, the scientific prowess of it all, right?
Yep.
So wrapped up in fighting
The
the
theory,
Nazis because
right?
he's a Jewish man, you know? He is a
Yeah.
man who had been persecuted. Because that's
Oh,
another
but
thing with
that's
how
another thing to say about, like, the nuclear weapons is that I mean, he initially came in wanting to beat the Nazis, but by the time the nuclear bombs were
yeah.
launched, the Nazis had surrendered, like, it was over.
because I
Um,
love it. It's so complex and fascinating. Like, just
yeah,
exploring all this, like, nuclear physics, politics, interpersonal drama through one man, right? Through the lens of this one tortured soul.
yeah,
It's like it's the most Nolan thing ever, but it's brilliant. It's like this feels like no one else could have made this movie but Nolan. Like,
no.
he had the perfect sensibilities for this, you know?
I was so curious to see how he would bend time because he always bends time
Yeah,
and manipulates
and
it,
he
and
just
I was like, "How are you gonna do that for Oppenheimer? It doesn't make any sense." He did
just
it, and it was
restructuring
awesome.
history.
Yeah,
It's so
it was
compelling, man.
perfect.
Oh my god,
Is
I
this his
loved
best
it so
film
much.
in your opinion?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I love
It's no The
Inception.
Dark Knight.
Inception's very fun too. I love the concepts in that.
Yeah,
Um,
Inception's silly though. Like
it's silly, but I just think every time they're like, "We're going deeper," it's so
yeah,
much fun. It's
it
like,
is.
"What? Dream within a dream within a
Dream within a
dream?"
dream. Yep.
I That's just a movie where the concept is so good. I
Yeah, it
love it.
carries the whole thing. And the rest of the
Um,
movie is great as well. Great
yeah.
cast.
But this movie is, like, monumental. Just
Yeah.
okay, the Trinity scene, man, is so scary. That scene
Yeah.
has my heart racing
No
every time I've seen it.
no no audio. You let yourself almost relax. You hear the breathing of the characters,
Yeah,
but it
you're just
lulls you
basking in it
relax
all.
just
Yeah.
just before you get the big explosion
And
you've been
dude,
waiting for.
they did this
It's
all
perfect.
practically too. That's so crazy, man.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Like,
There was no pure, like, CGI shots, but I think you can still I think they still had some, special effects or
oh yeah, just
VFX to
no CGI, I mean.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
is that not technically still practical if you don't
I think there was still some computer effects. There's just no, like, pure CG animated shots. Like, they
I
still
mean, that's
beefed it
still
up.
impressive as fuck, man.
Yes, definitely.
So cool. And seeing this on 70 mil is so
It's so
just
special.
one of a kind cinematic experience, man. I'll treasure that forever.
How did
Um,
your, theater do? Were you missing any frames or any fuck ups?
I don't know. Just
That's good.
there was this one point where there's this like streaking artifact across the screen, but the only fuck up
Nice.
the theater did is the first time we did it, the one theater in the world where it wasn't working, our 70 millimeter projection was
Yep.
down, so we had to come back the next week and see it. But
That sucks.
oh well. But
You
dude,
did it.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
What?
The nuclear bomb scene is not even the loudest scene in the movie. The
No.
loudest scene in the movie is the one in the auditorium, which is my personal
Yeah.
favorite scene. Holy, that
Best
scene is
scene
so good,
ever.
dude. It just haunting, dude. I
Yeah.
never
It is
realized how
cool.
effective, like, just no, like, fucking with the audio. I never realized how, like, effective that can be, you
Mhm.
know, in a scene, but it is haunting.
Yeah.
Just so freaky, man.
Yeah.
Perfectly
And I
captures
mean, along with the
Oppenheimer's skills.
visuals, right? It's
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
perfectly executed, like you said.
It reminds me a lot of Sopranos every time they in that show would slow down the laughter of the mob characters to show how, like, hollow and demonic they are. In this,
Yeah.
they'll, like, slow down all the cheering, and they look like fervent, like, evil, the
Yeah.
Americans, right? Because you
Yeah.
think about what they're cheering for, right? It's
And
bombing and a surrendered
it's
enemy.
yeah,
Like, fuck.
twice. Like, it's insane. And the
Shit,
end of
this
the
movie's
world,
so good.
basically, at that point,
Yeah.
is that's when
The movie
Oppenheimer
ends on
realizes
such a dour note. Just
yeah.
the destruction of all civilization. Dude, okay, David Dasmalchia, he just pops up. He's such a freaky little guy.
Who is he?
Um, the Dune guy. Um, he's
The
Piter
Dune
in
guy.
Dune. He's Borden in this. He's the like fervent anti-communist who sends the papers to the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
He's
You mean
freaky.
Kate yeah, and Casey Affleck as well, we didn't
Casey
mention.
Affleck just pops up for a
Evil.
scene, and he's, like, characterized as this Russian who went back to, like, kill communists in the Russian
Well,
Revolution.
yeah, his dad,
So
I
awesome.
think.
No, he did too, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, it's that scene is so scary, man.
That is crazy.
Just
Okay, I
every
have to go.
scene, masterful. Okay,
Masterful
we
movie,
we might have to
incredible.
pick up this discussion
I'm sure we'll
in
have a part
summertime
2.
because
And
because
Summertime was also really good. Well, it wasn't as good, but
summertime was good.
yeah.
We'll talk about summertime.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
sorry to rush out,
no
but I
worries.
got a heart out. Okay.
Okay.
Do you
Bye,
wanna do
Critternish.
one tomorrow, or because I don't think I
Yep.
have anything happening tomorrow at all.
I'm free all day.
Okay, cool. We'll pick it up. All right.
Okay. Part
Later,
two.
Critter Nation. Yeah.
Bye bye.